All right, Yozike, let's take a look at the maths that we are doing today. So the new maths topic for this week is symmetry, moving and turning. Now we are going to look at each of these things one by one. So let's take a look at symmetry. Symmetry, when you think of the word symmetry, think of when you are standing in front of a mirror. Exactly what is this side should be exactly the same on that side, or a butterfly if you want to think of it that way. Symmetry means if I fold it in half, I would not be able to see the back. So for example, let's take a piece of paper. Let's take this piece of paper. Okay. This piece of paper, if I had to draw a symmetrical line, if I tell you, draw the line of symmetry for this piece of paper, you could say, of course, the dotted lines go all the way through like it does with the heart, or like this. You could say these are the lines of symmetry, because I can fold it this way, and it fits perfectly. I don't see the back. So that is a line of symmetry, okay? It means it can be folded in half exactly without seeing the other side. This line is also a line of symmetry because I can also fold it this way without seeing the back. Do you see that? Good. So those are both lines of symmetry. Now, let me just get my tissue here. All right. So in symmetry, there's something called lines of symmetry. This dotted line that's running through the heart is the line of symmetry. It's showing me where on the heart shape do I draw the line to show people, or you show me, the teacher, that this is the line of symmetry. This is the line where if I fold on that line, I won't be able to see the back. It's completely symmetrical. It's exactly the same on this side as it is on this side. That is what a line of symmetry is. So if I give you a shape, let's say I give you a shape like, why can I not think of anything to draw right now? Okay, maybe I give you a kite, but I give you one that's longer at the bottom than it is at the top. You can say the line of symmetry is running this way, because I can fold it that way, like this, without being able to see the other side, but I cannot fold it like that, like this side over this side, because the bottom is longer than the top. So this shape's line of symmetry runs through the middle from the top to the bottom. So first things first, you must be able to show me a line of symmetry. We're going to do a worksheet on that, and there I will explain to you further. Another thing with symmetry is the fact that if I have any shape, let's say I have this shape. I give you this picture, this shape, and a line of symmetry like that. And now I tell you, okay, Yozike, draw this shape so that the line of symmetry is running through the middle. Okay, that means you must go draw the mirror image, basically. Let me just get some press stick so that I can keep this shape intact, because otherwise it's going to move around. Alrighty, let's put this here and here maybe. Okay. So you got the shape and you got the line, and I tell you, draw the shape so that the line of symmetry is running through the middle. Then what you have to do is you have to copy exactly this shape, but it's not going to look like this. You're not just going to repeat the shape on this side. It's as if I gave you this and I said, okay, fold it open and draw this side. So you are going to pretend like you have folded it open. What would it look like on this side, so that this is the line of symmetry? This side must look exactly like that side, but as if you are looking in a mirror. For example, with this heart, if I gave you that and I said draw the line of symmetry, or draw this shape so that the line of symmetry is running through the middle, you would not draw this for me again, okay? Because that does not make it symmetrical, that doesn't even make it a shape. You are going to draw exactly the way that this side is, but on the other side. So here we go, far out, down, in, up, and back together. Obviously it's not precise, but you get the idea. You are drawing the symmetrical side of this shape. Symmetry means it looks exactly the same on both sides of the line, but in mirror images. It's as if you folded this open. If this was the shape over here and you folded it open, it would look like this. You flipped it over, it would look like that. All right, good. So that is symmetry. That is what symmetry is. Now the kids in the class did a few examples or did a few practice ones. So I'm going to give you a few practice ones as well. Get maybe a scrap piece of paper, or you can even take your maths booklet and just at the back of it with your pencil, okay? With your pencil, draw, let's say, one line that goes from top to bottom, one line that goes from left to right. Oh, why am I making my dotted line so ugly? Sorry. Needs to be nice dotted lines. And one line that goes skew, diagonally is what we say. So draw those 3 lines somewhere on the back of your maths paper, maths packet with your pencil. All right, Jessica. The first one that goes like this, let's say it's, it looks like this. Out, back, up, like that. How would the other side look if I had to draw the shape symmetrically? I'm going to give you 3 examples. You can pause the video, go figure them out. Then I'm going to show you the answer and you can see if you did it correctly. This one, let's make it something like this. And this one, let's make it something like, no, that doesn't do anything. Ooh, I know. There we go. Go draw go draw these shapes so that the line of symmetry is running through the middle. Pause the video and go do that. Good. This is how you should have drawn it. This one, we look exactly, but remember it's mirror image, so whatever I'm doing on this side, I do the opposite. Down, in, down, out, but not that far, down, in. So if your shape looks like this in the end, correct. This one showed we go out as a big triangle, come in, we don't touch the line, out as a small triangle, come in, and they touch. If your shape looks like this, correct. And then this one, a line that goes out and a line that comes down. So a line that goes out and down. Do you see that everywhere where I start with my line of symmetry is where I finish as well? So if you drew your 3 shapes like that, correct. Good. We will do a worksheet on that later, so don't worry about that. We are going to practice that some more. Good. The next one, moving. This is most probably the easiest one. And I know I don't like to use the word easy, but moving seriously is very, very simple. In the sense that if this shape is here and I say move it to the left, to the right, you do that. Did the shape change? No, the shape stayed exactly the same. It doesn't change. You can move this to Timbuktu. You can move this shape to wherever you want to. I can say 7 blocks down. I can say 12 blocks to the top. I can say 62 blocks south and then west. It doesn't matter. This shape is always going to stay the same. The challenge for moving comes in when grids are involved. Now, to explain it to you, if you get a shape to move, you will always get a shape that is on blocks or in a grid, okay? A grid means when lines run up and down and left to right. So, that needed to end there, hold on. Oh, I hate doing that. This needed to end here. Okay. Let's say this is my grid. Good. Now, when we move a shape, it's always important to choose one point that you want to work from. So, I would recommend choosing the top corner, okay? Choose this corner. Now, I give you the instruction. Move this shape 3 blocks to the left. Now you take this, you go 1, 2, 3. And if you have to go draw, which is going to be what is basically going to be the point, you go draw your shape 3 blocks on to the left. Okay, if I said, let me show you. If I said, this is the picture on the paper, I say to you, move this shape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks to the right. You are going to go, okay, I'm going to take this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is where my point is going to be. How many blocks long is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just pretend I drew this. It goes on and 1, 2 at the side. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 in, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 to the side, 2 to the side, and up until I meet where I started, and then I color my shape. Now I have moved my shape as many blocks as the teacher asked, and it is still exactly the same size. So you have to go count how many here, how many here, how many here, how many here, depending on the shape, and you need to be able to reproduce it at a different spot. Okay, so that is moving. Now, the last part is called turning. Now, turning also has a different name that it goes by. We can say turning, or we can say rotating. This means my shape is going to turn or rotate. We're basically just going to keep moving it around and around. But how many times or in which direction we turn it around is based on the following. So you might hear move or rotate your shape clockwise. Now, go to, as if I'm talking to the whole class. Yozike, think of a clock. We have our 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. We want to count clockwise, or the way that we count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, is this way to the left, and that is called clockwise. When we go backwards, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, it's called anti-clockwise, and it's to the right. No, I'm saying it the wrong way around. I'm sorry, Yozike, I'm lying. Clockwise is right. Anti-clockwise is left. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I said it the wrong way around. Clockwise means we are turning it to the right. Anti-clockwise means we are turning it to the left. Okay? So those are the first two things that you need to remember when it comes to turning. I might say turn it clockwise, or I could say turn it anti-clockwise. And then just think about a clock. We want to count 1, 2, 3, 4, like we normally would count from small to big, and that is clockwise to the right. Anti-clockwise is when we count backwards, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. That is anti-clockwise, to the left. Good. The other thing about turning and rotating is how far you should turn or rotate. Now, I explained this to the kids in the class as well. The worksheet you're going to get is going to have a little block like this. I would suggest dividing this block into 4, because I could either ask you to rotate something a quarter of the way or to rotate something half of the way. All right. Now, obviously, that's going to be decided by whether I say clockwise or anti-clockwise. If I say rotate it a quarter clockwise, you're going to go this way a quarter. And if I say rotate it a quarter anti-clockwise, you're going to go that way a quarter. All right. What I mean by a quarter, 1/4, means go to the next one block of the 4. That's why I would have you divide it like this. If I explain it to you this way, this is your shape. I will normally give you a dot so that you can just be sure of exactly how you should rotate it. Now I'm telling you, rotate a quarter anti-clockwise. Rotate it a quarter anti-clockwise, which means anti-clockwise means to the left, so this way. And you must rotate it a quarter. Your dot was here. You need to go this way, but only a quarter, which means you have to go, you are in 1/4, do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. You are in one of those 4 blocks. You just need to go to the next one. So the answer will look like this. You went from the one block to the next one because they said 1/4. I go to the next one of the 4 blocks, and I went this way because this is clockwise, which means this is the next block. And that is where you put your dot. All right. If I said half, let me show you another one. If I say to you that this is your shape, but it looks like this, and I say, okay, draw a shape that is rotated a half clockwise. We look, okay, a half. So first things first, I divide my block, my answer block, in a half. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? Half. You know about a half. We cut it in half. Now I say rotate it a half clockwise. Clockwise means to the right, so to this side. That is what it looked like. So if I had to draw it here, my dot would be here. Do you agree? Because I just copied that in here. But now I have to turn this a half clockwise. Now what I told the kiddies in the class as well. As soon as you hear half, it basically means flip your picture. What was at the bottom is now at the top, and what was at the top is now at the bottom. So it has to look the opposite of this. So the wide base that was at the bottom now goes to the top, and the small part that was at the bottom now goes there. The dot was in this side, so now it goes to the opposite side, and there you go. You rotated it a half clockwise. You can rotate it a half anti-clockwise as well. It doesn't matter. It's going to be the exact same picture, because a half, it doesn't matter which way you turn it, it's still going to be the exact opposite of what you had in front of you. All right, I'm going to stop this video there, and then I will do the worksheets or explain the worksheets with you step by step in the next video. All right.